About this time 2023, Nigerians could buy petrol for as low as 185 naira per litre. But as soon as Tinubu became the president, he announced the removal of fuel subsidy and the price of petrol went up to as high as 550 naira per litre in June 2023. And it didn't stop there. In 2024, the price went higher to 1,400 naira per litre in many petrol stations in Nigeria. Interestingly, the price has now come down to 900 to 1,000 naira per litre depending on where you're buying in Nigeria. The question you may have now is, why exactly was the fuel subsidy removed? And why did the price increase so rapidly between 2023 and today? In this video, I'll provide answers to some of these questions you may have. Hi, my name is Ogochukwu Okolocha. I'm a personal finance evangelist, and on this YouTube channel, I talk about money, economics, investing, business, and anything that pertains to how you can use the income you earn today to build transgenerational wealth. If you just found this YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button, and I assure you that every minute you spend on this channel will not be a waste. Welcome to day 7 of Economics 101. Today's focus is on fuel subsidy. But before we look into fuel subsidy, what is subsidy? Subsidy is that direct or indirect payments made to a firm or certain individuals to reduce the price of a particular commodity or service. Take for example, in Nigeria, fuel subsidy is what everybody knows. But aside from fuel subsidy, we have electricity subsidy, we have education subsidy, we have healthcare subsidy. Now you may ask, what is the benefit of subsidy, or what's the need of subsidy? Of course, it's to make things affordable for the citizens in the country. But now there's a drawback to subsidy. In the case of petrol subsidy, how it happens is that the government pays marketers for petrol when it lands in the country. So if they are imported maybe at 1,000 naira per litre, the government can decide to say, okay, we'll cover 800 and so you can sell 200 to the masses. That happened for many years, but it came to the point where some of these marketers were not even bringing those petrol into the country. The government pays for subsidy and then they take it to another country to sell. So there was a lot of racketeering happening in that space. A lot of people made money because of fuel subsidy. Jonathan wanted to remove fuel subsidy, but there was a lot of pushback and he couldn't. Buhari came and said fuel subsidy was a scam. He made noise for some time and finally started paying fuel subsidy. And Tinubu came and said he was not going to pay. And that's how, fuel price went up. And today, we're facing the hits. Now, looking at the removal of petrol subsidy, what is the future of petrol price in Nigeria? Would it continue to go up or to continue dancing around the 900 and 1,000 naira it has been for a couple of months? First, let's look at why the price went up so rapidly. You know that Nigeria imports petrol. Before Dangote refinery started producing petrol, we import petrol. And for the marketers to import petrol, they need dollars. If you recall, Naira fell to as low as 1,900 in February 2024. So this point was when petrol price skyrocketed because government said, we're not going to pay for subsidy anymore. Up until September 2024 or October, Dangote refinery started producing petrol, and that has helped to stabilize the price for a while. So if you ask me, what's the future of petrol price in Nigeria? I will tell you that as long as Dangote continues buying crude oil locally in Naira, petrol price is going to be fairly stable for a while. So we may have it between 900 and 1,000 for a couple of months and maybe even years. This is also why I've said that 2025 is a good year for Naira because the economy will not experience the kind of shock it faced in 2024 and 2023 when Naira was devaluing at a fast pace and also we're still importing petrol and a couple of other things. Now, petrol is no longer being imported thanks to Dangote refinery. This has helped, to save some forex that can be used for other needs. And also, it has reduced the pressure on the Naira. Before Dangote refinery started selling petrol to Nigerians, a bulk of the forex that we earn as revenue through crude oil sales was spent in importing petrol. So it was just a funny case. You earn money through crude oil sales and then use that dollar to go and buy petrol. We were just turning money around, and that's why I'm looking as if Nigeria is not an oil producing country. But with Dangote refinery working, like I said earlier, there's hope that the petrol price will not go up anymore. In fact, likely to even go down as more refineries come on stream to start selling petrol to Nigerians. Once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. See you in the next one.